Good evening. Welcome back to another episode of Green Man Profits for the advanced learners, and today we're breaking down one of the ways that big firms use their own tech to legally insider trade. So, let's see how they do it. So, before I deep dive into this, you have to understand what kind of competition are you fighting against every single day? In the markets, of course. So, let's deep dive into it. You have to understand. See this tiny little number here, that 5%? That's all independent traders, meaning you and me, all the millions of us around the world, we make up about 5% of trades made each day. Then you have, of course, 20% goes to hedge funds, pension funds, and of course insurance companies. They come in with their big order blocks and they want to put their money to work. They want to make money for their own. Makes sense. And then, of course, you have the logical ones. These ones are the 35% that go to firms and brokers. These are the guys moving money as their job. This is Wall Street. And then, of course, you have the other 40%. And who is responsible for that? Well, that's all done by machine. So, 40% is allocated to the high-frequency trading bots. What's specifically so interesting about these bots? Well, of course, they have adjustable algorithms so that they mark up the charts and they go, I've analyzed the entire thing at a quantitative level, and then they go, okay, this is where price action wants to go. I'm able to adjust price and manufacture issues by spoofing or price allocation, where they go, okay, I'm going to artificially inflate the price for a little bit and then take a return based on the futures or the bonds that I bought in exchange when price was at its original level before manipulation. So, why is this important? Well, you have to ask, okay, who owns these high-frequency trading bots? Well, of course, that's the firms themselves. And if you're doing the math with me, 35 plus 40 equals the firms have a potential of 75 or 3/4 of the potential influence on a market price per day. So, how do they work this? So, let's imagine that, of course, you are working in Goldman & Sachs. You are head of the floor. Congratulations. You've been a trader for a long time. You've been a broker. And now you've finally moved up to, of course, the top dog. You walk into the building, and this is your high-frequency bot. That looks like a computer, but it does the job. This is your high-frequency trading bot, putting out the 40% of trades worldwide. So, this one and many others like it. But the best part about it is they have all the same algorithm. So, they know what's most favorable and what's most likely to occur. So, they create an algorithm based on what they want to do for price. And let's imagine this is you. So you've walked in, big fancy suit. Let's give him a tie as well. That was a terrible tie, but you get it. Okay, that's you. Very, very nice tie. Now, this guy walks over and he speaks to the quantitative or the math specialist. That is, of course, interpreting what the high-frequency trading bot wants to do and looking for bugs. And he talks to him and he goes, hey, where does price want to move today? Then the other guy goes back, well, the computer thinks that, of course, let's say gold wants to move into a price range for the low 4,000s. And he goes, okay, thank you for that. Light bulb moment. Now, when I go back to my team, I have an option of where price is going to go based on the calculations. And it goes, okay, I'm going to spread out the word, tell all of my floor people to be like, hey, today I am a buyer of gold. Let's push the price for this, because he knows where price is most likely going to go. And of course, he would have less resistance on the rise. And the best part about this is this machine is going to help him do it. Once it sees the trading and the changes starting to occur, it itself can manipulate the market in a way to assist in the growth, artificially inflating price. And I know what you're about to say. Wouldn't it just take a couple of firms to realize what's going on and then change or disagree with the motion? Yes, of course. But in the grand scheme of things throughout the entire day, especially in your session, there's not much that an individual firm can do against the sheer volume that is coming out. So you might get a lot of resistance up and down, or maybe quite a few liquidity sweeps. But in the same time, you're not going to be able to avoid price direction. So, in other words, this guy over here has legally insider traded.